Hello, my name is Joseph Leishman, and I'm excited today to give a presentation titled Data as a Strategic Asset. I'm an MBA student, and this presentation is part of the Accounting 6100 course. This presentation is based on an article in Strategic Finance magazine titled Data as a Strategic Asset. It's by Tatiana Corbin, and it was published April 1st, 2021. And the purpose of this article is to discuss the role and importance of data in outcome-driven data strategy. So to begin the topic of data, we need to talk about the data evolution that has happened over time. The word data was first used in the 17th century and was defined then as it is now as the raw material for creating information. Data continued to evolve, and if we fast forward to 1952, IBM started releasing computers, which greatly accelerated the evolution of data. And at this time, accountants were some of the early adopters of computers for the collection and analysis of data. Data continued to speedily evolve until today. Last year in 2020, the COVID-19 global pandemic struck, and as such was the catalyst for digital adoption all across the world. Firms needed, who had been holding out on certain digitization, gave in. It was important for their success in this new climate. When we think about data now, when we talk about big data and data analytics and all these buzzwords, it's, the way that we view it is very important. Both financial and non-financial data are not always recognized as a strategic asset, but they should be. If data truly is an asset and it should be treated as such, to be treated as such requires a significant investment. This means an investment of time and capital in data strategy, data management, and in data analytics. So when we think about enterprise data strategy as a whole and what it should include, what are these components if we're really treating it as an asset? It should include master data management. And this part of this is, data stewardship, security, validation, data governance as well. Data governance includes, all the regulatory and compliance, risk management, what policies do you have regarding your data, and data quality management. So this is, the actual architecture of your data systems, integration, proofing, etc. So if we treat data as an asset, as it should be treated, the question comes in, what is the value of this asset? What is the value of data? We know that not all data is valued the same. If you have, scientifically analyzed data is more likely to be valuable than raw data. And for similar types of data, there's varying qualities. You could have high quality data, low quality data. So how does a firm value this? These are questions that are important to ask as a financial or accounting professional. It's also important to consider, for a firm is, can they monetize their data? Can firms sell their data, and should they? Are there, rules or regulatory bodies that control the selling of data? Is it ethical to do so? There's a lot of questions around the value here. But, if we do, if this data does provide, a high level of value, for it to do so, it requires significant time and capital investments, as I previously mentioned. And, if organizations truly do treat it as an asset and give it the right, investment that's needed, the return on this asset is much likely to be greater. And so, kind of in closing here, so we have data, it's evolved over time. We know that it should be treated as an asset. It's very valuable. It can be very valuable. It takes effort. There's a lot of components here. But what is our responsibility? What is a data steward's responsibility? If you're involved with data, what's then your role to ensure the success for your firm? And this quote, I feel like, sums it up perfectly. As accounting leaders, we must actively contribute to the discussions around data management, valuation of data, and recognition of enterprise data value as an asset on the financial reports. We must focus on providing value by producing high-quality, data-driven insights through applying data analytics to ensure the organizational success. And in closing, without reliable data, the information provided is merely an opinion. And that's not the purpose. And so data is incredibly valuable. I think that accounting professionals play a crucial role in the success of firms in making strategic decisions, and being able to manage that data is key. And again, here's the URL for the article that was used for this presentation. Thank you.